You know, days like these remind me of my childhood. I'd be outside climbing trees, my mom would be inside making lunch. I'd have nothing to worry about, man, except how do I beat Meeting of the Minds in Spy Hunter 2? Like, damn, why is that level so hard? You know what else reminds me of my childhood, though? Cheat codes, like moon physics in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. So today on the BRD show, we're going to travel back in time to the 2000s to take a look at old PS2 retro gaming cheat codes. Starting with a childhood classic of mine, Spiderman on PS2. So from the main menu we go to specials, and then we select cheats, and then from cheats we entered koala for all fighting controls unlocked, goes to your head for big head and big feet Spidey, Joel's peanuts for big head enemies, and dodge this for matrix attacks. We then warp to level 1, search for justice, and this is what we see.
This is supposed to be the Skulls territory. I'll find Uncle Ben's killer if I have to go through every one of the skulls to do it.
This is what I miss about old games, man. It's just these dumb, fun cheats that you can do, like big head, big feet, many more stupid ones that like can modify your characters or the world around you. I just miss it, man. So we just had fun. We went around the map, we swung around on buildings, beat up some thugs, and at the end of the level, the cutscene played, and dude, just look at this.
A carjacker killed an old man earlier today. The killer's a skull. Where is he?
I can't tell you. He killed me.
This is so I mean, Spider-Man basically at the end of this cutscene makes this dude eat his own ass. I wasn't done yet though. We went back to the cheat menu and I entered in Captain Stacy to play as helicopter pilot. I'm Iarmas to unlock all levels. And lastly, I did Joel's Peanuts again, just for good measure. We then dove into the level Breaking and Entering, which I've never played before because, honestly man, this game was way too hard for me as a kid. I could not beat the second level. And as we enter the level, we can see that we're playing as Captain Stacy with a big head. It looks kind of funny, especially when he's on the ceiling. But then we end up getting bodied and attacked by robots in Oscorp, and we die. I've never played this level, man, so it was kind of a surprise to me that there's entire robots inside of Oscorp. I try once more and I actually managed to beat the level, and honestly, it was a pretty cool level, man, I'm not gonna lie. Also, just take a second to think about Captain Stacy infiltrating Oscorp, dodging robots and shit, and hacking into doors. Next up, we're going to be trying cheat codes on a game I've never tried cheat codes on before, and that game is The Simpsons Road Rage on PS2. A game I played quite often as a kid, so let's get into this. So as we hopped into the game, we went to the options menu, and in order to input the cheats in this game, you have to hold L1 and R1 at the same time and enter in these certain button combinations. So we held down L1 and R1, and then we pressed circle 4 times for 2D characters. Triangle, triangle, circle, triangle for Christmas Apu, which I don't even know what the fuck that means. Triangle twice and X twice for collision lines. Triangle, triangle, circle X for Halloween Bart. Square 4 times for more money. And finally, triangle twice and square twice to play as Smithers. So when you input the code correctly into the menu, you can actually hear a cool little sound effect in the background. And I forgot to mention in Spider-Man, you can actually hear the Green Goblin laughing when you input the code correctly. I just thought that was a cool little detail for these games. So we hopped into Road Rage, chose my boy Bart, and we picked the Evergreen Terrace location. So I guess this is Smithers. I've never seen The Simpsons, so I don't know every character, but oh, what the hell? Yo, this dude's actually 2D. Yo, that looks kind of weird. Bro, Smithers can actually haul ass too. And I also just realized the collision lines when I smash into this glass pane here. What's the point of collision lines? Who knows, but it sure does make my game lag like crazy. I ended up finding Homer on the side of the road and I safely drove him to Krusty Burger. So I made about $4.5 grand before I hit my game over. And I haven't played this game in years, man. I'll be honest. It's been since I was a teenager, and like coming back in here to do this with cheat codes was actually a really fun time. I can't lie. I wanted to go in one more time, so I entered a few more cheats. X 4 times for nighttime, circle 3 times, and square for overhead view, and triangle, triangle, square X to drive as nuclear bus. Okay, so the game just started, and I don't think the overhead view cheat worked. But it is nighttime and we're driving the nuclear bus, so that is kind of cool. And one last thing, the nuclear bus hauls ass as well. The weight of this bus, like, the physics don't make any sense, man. I'm sorry for this guy's family. Well, that was the Simpsons Road Rage. Actually, I had a good time. What'd you think about the Simpsons Road Rage, Baby Brady?
Honestly, that was cool watching you play with those cheat codes.
Why does your voice sound like that?
I think I finally hit puberty.
Dude, you're in your late 30s. You hit puberty almost 20 years ago. Get the fuck out of here, man. Go drink some milk. And the final game that we're going to be using cheats on for today is a classic, man. Grand Theft Auto Vice City on the PS2. Okay, this one here is going to be a little bit different because I actually have a cheat code disc for this game. So I found this a while back at a retro game store, and what you actually do is you pop the disc in the console. The cheats are already there. You literally just select the ones you want, load them in, and then you end up switching the disc out for the actual Vice City game. And once you enter the actual game, the cheats should already be loaded up. So jumping into the cheat code disc here, I decided to select, of course, infinite health and armor, moon jump, max money, infinite ammo, walk through walls, never lose weapons, never exhausted, more pedestrians, and all weapons won. Bro, there are so many cheats on this disc. I then swapped my discs and pressed X to boot it up with my cheats enabled. The game was taking a while to load, so I acted uninterested, like I wasn't paying attention, so it would load faster. As soon as I got in the game, I pressed L3 and up to get the more weapons cheat. I tried the moon jump for the first ever time, and this is what happened. I wanted to see how high I could go, so I held down the jump button to see. It was currently nighttime, so I just ended up in a black abyss, but then after a while, the sky started turning brighter, and I think it was becoming daytime. And it did look pretty cool, especially with a plane in the sky. I let go of the jump button on accident and I started falling. Since I do have unlimited health, I just did a parkour roll and absorbed all the impact and I was good to go. I then did what literally anybody would do in GTA. Go on a rampage. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, I think the moon jump cheat is my favorite cheat ever. I mean, look at this. So I basically moon jumped onto like the tallest building that I could see on the map, and there was a police helicopter chasing me. And the police helicopter chased me all the way to the top of that building and started dropping SWAT officers on top of the rooftop with me. And I thought that was pretty cool, man. And to conclude my rampage, I moon jumped into the sunset. I had a fun time with these games today, man. Let me know in the comments below what cheats you used to use as a kid. What game was it? What cheat was it? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to know. I'd love to shout out also my channel members of the channel. Thank you guys so much for your contributions. It really means a lot to me and I'm super, super grateful for y'all. And thanks for watching, everyone. Another episode of the BR80 Show. If you are a fan of retro gaming content, we post weekly over here. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you're interested. We'll be seeing you next time on the BR80 Show. Have a good day, you guys. Peace out.
Hey everyone, I've decided to make the vlog into a weekly talk show talking about the life of a freshman in Minnesota, but I think this episode will just be used to explain stuff. First thing is, I'll set up a certain thing to where where people can invest in the log. Oh my gosh! You see, the thing about being an a ninth grader, is that you stumble on your speech a lot, and you also screw up because you realize you gotta adjust your camera to where people can actually see you. Oh man! Now I need to make the camera higher. There we go. Alright. Maybe you can face that way. Perfect. Okay. First thing is, I'll set up a certain thing to where people can invest in the blog. The stock values will be based on the, well, you know, stock market. It's kind of how the investing thing works for people who aren't familiar with it. For example, you know, if I currently have 12 subscribers, you know, and it'd be $12 a share for the investment, you know. Yeah. But then, you know, once I get a higher subscriber count, then people who invest in me, you know, who buy a share, can trade it off to someone else, and then they'll make a profit. For example, if I grow 2 subscribers, then you'll be making $2 profit because you'll receive $14 from someone else. The thing is, you can't withdraw a share from me, you know, because you can only sell or trade with someone else, because I don't really like to give people money that they gave me. You know, it just doesn't make sense logically.